Hello everyone, welcome to Ray Academy. I hope all of you are doing well. Now today we are going to discuss in this live session the India-Japan Cyber Security Cooperation. Now before we start, I would like to highlight that what is the importance of this particular discussion or the live analysis. This India-Japan Cyber Security Cooperation that comes under the international relations. Okay, and this international relations is a part of the general studies as well along with the political science and international relations students. If you are a student of PSIR optional, then definitely this is a must that you should be aware of. Now here we are not going to learn the India and Japan cybersecurity cooperation from the factual point of view. We have to understand that every examination requires certain aspect of analysis in their own way. When there is a question asked on this particular topic, it is not expected you that you start your answer by giving some particular facts, and you might think that your answer is rich enough. That is not the point. Rather, what makes an answer rich in content, that we are going to discuss, so that it will be helpful for you people to really write a good answer in your main examination, be it is as general studies or especially the students who are from the political science and international relations background. So we are going to do the analysis from the civil services examination point of view, not merely putting some informations which you can easily find out in the internet, which is easily available in many of the websites. So we are going to focus on how our analysis should be in line that will make our main answer writing rich in content. Okay, so that will be our objective from which we are going to discuss the India Japan cybersecurity cooperation. Now, when we talk about the India Japan cybersecurity cooperation, so recently what has happened, the India Japan, they have entered into agreement on the cybersecurity to boost the 5G technology, artificial intelligence, and critical information infrastructure. You must be aware that this agreement followed 13th India and Japan foreign minister foreign ministers strategic strategic dialogue. Okay, so you no need to worry about the content part. I have already developed a content in writing. So once you finish this particular live class, I will also share the link in the description, so that you go to the website and you can find out and you can download in the PDF the entire content. Yeah. So no need to worry about the content part. So let us understand first, then it will be easier for you to reference to the content which uh, is easy to do, is available for the download. India-Japan cybersecurity cooperation recently. This agreement followed the 13th India-Japan Foreign Ministers Strategic Dialogue, and is held in the Tokyo. Okay, so what was the agreement on? What are the subjects on which the agreement is being signed? One is the 5G technology, and the one is artificial intelligence, and the one is critical information infrastructure. Okay, so not only that, but also not only that, but also the agreement, the scope of the agreement has been enlarged. Like for example, Internet of Things. Internet of Things. Okay, so which we talk about like IoT. So many aspirants, those who are not aware of Internet of Things, IoT is a technology based on the internet. Like for example, suppose we are watching, let's say Tata Sky. So it is a both amalgamation of the hardware and the software as well as the communication in the internet, which is being continued. Yeah. So that is not purely software, but it is a combination of a lot of inputs. That is one of the which is built on the internet. Okay. So Internet of Things, and that is also another part of the science and technology. Though we are not going to discuss the Internet of Thing topic. Rather, our topic of discussion is India Japan Cybersecurity Cooperation. Yeah. So okay, so now not only the 5G technology, Internet of Things, but also what we have done, we also, the both India and Japan, they have a place to work for a free and open Indo-Pacific with diversity supply chains, which also includes the capacity building, research and development. Both the countries, India, Japan, they have told that they are going to promote equally the cooperation, the free and India Pacific open with diversity supply chains. They have agreed to promote the capacity building, research and development. Okay, so that is the basically context of the today's discussion on the cyber security. And what the key points we have understood that India and Japan, they have entered into the agreement on the 5G technology, artificial intelligence, as well as the critical infrastructure. Now, at the same time, they also have agreed to work towards the building capacity, research, and development. Yeah. So, before we talk forward, now what exactly is required to understand in the analysis? First of all, we have talked about what is the topic. Okay, that we have discussed. Now, when we talk about the analysis part, we must focus on a couple of points. Number one, as I told that initially in my opening remarks, that it is not only about giving some facts, rather you must analyze the topic. So when we talk about the analysis, second is significance, which means what significance does it hold, or what significance this agreement holds for both the countries. Okay, for the both the countries, and in specific how it is going to help India. Okay, how it is going to help India, because we are learning the topic from the India's point of view. Now that is how we are going to analyze. First, discuss briefly on the what is the topic, how it is a significance to both the countries, and how it is going to help India. Now there are also a couple of more points which needs to be covered. Now, why cybersecurity is important? Okay, why cybersecurity is important? There is also another topic which is emerging, that is Indo-Pacific. What is Indo-Pacific initiative, and what is Indo-Pacific initiative, and how it is important for us? How it is important for us? Okay, important for us. So this is what we have to understand when we try to analyze. First, we have to discuss that what is the topic. Already we have discussed about the news that India Japan cybersecurity cooperation and what are the points that needs to be covered. Then another part is the significance for the both the countries. What significance does it hold for both Japan as well as the India, and the other part is how it is going to help. Okay, I hope I am clear on the aspect of understanding from which we are going to analyze. So let me just clean up so that we'll discuss in a much more elaborate way. Just clean up. By the way, give me a comment that how is your preparation going on, as well as if you need any specific advice or any specific guidance on the civils preparation, do let me know. I will be much more happy to help you out to make your guidance or to make your preparation more structured. Okay, yeah, so we are done. Now, When we talk about the analyzing part, now a couple of points we have to focus that already we have discussed on the what exactly is the agreement on. Now let us focus on the significance part. Okay, let us focus on the significance part. Significance part. Now, when we talk about the significance part, first of all, we must understand uh, it is the agreement is very much timely considering where the world is facing cyber attacks or the cyber threats or cyber intrusion. The world is facing that cyber intrusion from many countries which are known and a couple of countries we even do not know. Now, the entire context also, when we try to understand, we have to go back to 2007. So, this is not a new initiative. So, the initiative was indeed it was started in the 2007 along with Japan and India. So, and the Abe was one of the front one who proposed considering the various aspects. Now, during the 2007 and 8 and 2010 finally to okay 2008 to 2010, so China achieved to block the internet. So when I'm talking about to block the internet, you must understand a couple of points here. Now all of you are aware that, for example, there are a couple of applications like Facebook we are using, and like for example we have Google. Okay, so there are many applications or there are many softwares which are not allowed to use in China. China has built their own alternative to WhatsApp, alternative to Facebook, alternative to Google. They have their own internet infrastructure. Okay, so that makes China one of the advantage or significant advantage, I must say, in the whole cyberspace. At the same time, you must be aware of the recent news related to the US also. The Huawei company, which is a Chinese mobile manufacturing company, yeah, currently US also banned Huawei to provide the 5G network. Yeah, so there are also a lot of ban that is going on in the European countries, considering Huawei is also facing a lot of challenges. The US thinks that it is a matter of concern from the security point of view, okay, the data breach point of view. So when we talk about the significance, now all of you are known that India and Japan, we have been facing a lot of intrusion, a lot of cyber attacks from many countries, and a few to name, the China is one of the forefront. Now, considering that India-China relationship is always a friction journey, not only the border scenario but also in the technological front. And when we talk about the overall technological front, now the the future depends on the cyber technology. How? Because when we talk about the fourth industrial revolutions, so we are moving more towards the software. Okay, we are moving more towards the internet. Now there was a time back to 5 years or 10 years down the lane. Before that, we didn't even know how to use the internet. But nowadays, sometimes it is said that there are more mobile phones than the people in the education sector. So in India, especially. Now, when we talk about the cyberspace, considering the fourth industrial revolutions and the massive growth of smartphone use in India, as well as, of course, the internet use in India. Now, considering these are the factors, the cyber security is one of the prominent, and it is also very, a concern to know that India still does not have any offensive mechanism in terms of cyber. It does not have any offensive mechanism. It has few defensive mechanism related to defensive mechanism related to the cyber securities that we are going to discuss in a bit later now. So we do not have the offensive mechanism. We have a bit of defensive mechanism, but that is also not uh, uh, high as compared to the certain countries in the world. Now, interestingly, that is the significance where India is rapidly moving towards the digital India, as well as the, when as a country we have to work together, we have to march ahead in the 21st century, considering the industrial revolution, as well as the, a lot of artificial intelligence developing, and very soon the India is also becoming one of the IT hub of the world. So it is extremely important that we must protect our digital space. Okay, and that can only be done by more cooperation. No, so that is the significance which we are discussing. And when we talk about the cyberspace, it is not only limited to the internet. It is also limited. It is also extended to the vast areas of internet which is being penetrated. Now, for example, do you know that in India we are having more than 90 million smartphones? Okay, now smartphones, and India is a country which is heavily dependent on other countries, other countries, especially China, for the electronics. Okay, so India is heavily dependent on the other countries, especially China, for the electronics. The majority of the smartphone, you must be aware that nothing to name that comes from China. So we, frankly speaking, we do not have any control over the software, what kind of software they are providing, and not only the software but also the inclusive hardware. So we may suspect that 90 million smartphones means 90 million suspects of cyber security threats. So that is the the risk which we are observing, considering the overall scenario. Now, as we have understood the significance that why it is important, uh, uh, the India-Japan cybersecurity cooperations and the agreement. So now let us talk about why Japan. Okay, now Japan is the first country who blocked uh, who blocked China from the cyber attack. Okay, cyber attack that was supposed to happen on their country, Japan. So Japan is also considered as one of the pioneer in the technological front. Okay, so and also considering we have a very good relation with India and Japan. Now, considering the overall perspective, that we must say that Japan is one of the like-minded country who wish to work with us to cooperate the cybersecurity, to enhance the cybersecurity, also in developing and promoting capacity building and the research and the development. Now, consider the fact we understood that why Japan is important. Now, let me also put in a different perspective, that when we talk about the analysis from the mains perspective, it is not only the topic but also we must focus on the different aspect of the topic. Now, here when we understood the cybersecurity, now we have specifically talked about the internet and its security. Now, at the same time, now there are also the infrastructure. Okay, I must say the digital infrastructure that is very large, which is also vulnerable. Now, how is that also? One part is the telecom sector. Okay, telecom sector I just briefly talked about. Another part is the energy sector. Now, when we talk about the energy sector, now there are many of the Chinese companies who are also working in India in the energy sector. Okay, so there are also recent news. I am sure that you must be aware that India has put down some of the agreements with Chinese companies in terms of the energy sector, but that is still a lot of needs to be done. Now, at the same time, the telecom sector, energy sector, as well as let's talk about the traffic signal. Okay, traffic signal. Okay. Now, then let us talk about uh, let's say the industry sector, where the Chinese softwares or other vulnerable softwares we are dependent on. Okay. So that is the perspective which is coming, that it is not only the internet but the vast infrastructure of the internet which is penetrated, deep rooted into the. It's like we are using every day. So just imagine if any kind of intrusion or cyber attack that is going to takes place in near future in the energy sector or maybe a traffic signal, then that will be a disaster. As I already told that we do not have any offensive mechanism, rather we have a brief of defensive that is not sufficient at all. So what I think that India and Japan, the cyber security cooperation, it should not be limited to the Japan, but also the Quad countries. Quad countries. I hope that you are aware of the Quad countries. Who are the Quad countries? It is US, Australia, okay, then Japan and India. So we have formed a Quad country that not only the India Japan that is necessary for this cybersecurity, but also the entire Quad country that needs to come together. Okay, so because these Quad countries they have some of the advanced infrastructure already built up. So what India can do, India can seek help. India can seek help and can get help from these countries. Okay, so that is the entire analysis which we are putting. Now, to make it a very straight point, we have discussed about the what is the particular agreement. Then we discuss about now the significance of this particular agreement. Then we discuss about why India, why Japan. Now, then we finally discuss about what is the significance for India particular, what is the requirement for India. So let me just point down. First, we discuss about what is the agreement. Then we discuss about what is the significance. Okay. Then we discuss about why with Japan, why with Japan. Then we discuss about what is the current need for India, for India. Okay, so that is what from the perspective we have analyzed. Now, also finally, when you conclude your answer, make some suggestion or some way forwards. So in the way forwards, what we can discuss that it is not only the cyber security, but also we have to advance our economic front. Okay, you know that the countries are respected based on the economic front. The more economic powerful we are, the more other countries are going to follow. So we have to really dependent on the other countries. At the same time, when we in the hour when we talk about the Atmanirbhar Bharat, Atmanirbhar Bharat, or simply put, self-reliance. Okay, so we must develop what rapidly R&D, research and development, and the R&D cannot be done by us alone. We have to collaborate with many like-minded countries, like for example Japan, US, Australia, and some of the other countries with which we are having a very good tie-up. So we have to develop massive R&D, the research and development in the cyber security space. That is one of the way forward or suggestion you can put forward. At the same time, we also have to keep involving ourselves in many of the dialogues in many of the countries, to collaborate with many like-minded projects, including the cyber security, where not only we get benefited, but also the other countries can get benefited out of it. So that is a brief of what we were discussing on the India-Japan cyber security cooperation. Now, this is the overall analysis, but at the same time, when you write down one answer, you must also put some of the facts or some of the references. Now, let us talk about in a brief the India-Japan cybersecurity in the cooperation topic. As the cybersecurity that came into picture, we must talk about the cybersecurity in India. So, what is the cybersecurity in India that is currently present, and what is the situation? What is the stage at which we are now? There are a couple of points which I have noted down. One is the Information Act 2000 is one of the primary law that deals with the cybersecurity. The National Cybersecurity Policy 2013 focuses on to build a secure and resilient cyberspace. The National Technical Research Organization is the main agency responsible to protect national critical infrastructure. The Indian Computer Emergency Response Team is responsible for analyze, forecast, and alerts. And finally, this is a fact that you must be aware that India is at number 23 of UN Global Cyber Security Index, okay, at the rank 23. Now, to make it a more elaborate, now let us talk about the Information Act, Information Act 2000. Okay, so the Information Act of 2000, as well as it is being amended, it is amended in 2008. So cybersecurity is exercised under, let's say, section 43, which deals with data protection. Then let's say section 66, which deals with hacking. Section 66A deals with, let's say, measures against offensive messages. Okay, then 66B, that is illegal possessing of computers. Let me just clear so that you get some space to write. Then we have we have section 67, that is unauthorized access to data. Okay, then we have section 69 that deals with cyber terrorism. Okay, and there are so and so, like section 70 that deals with securing access or attempting to secure access to protected system. Then let's say section 72 that deals with the privacy and confidentiality. So there are various sections under the Information Act of 2000, further amended in 2008, that deals with the cyber security in India. Now, coming back, the National Cyber Security, the policy 2013, that is focuses primarily to build the resilient cyberspace. Okay, so you must know this particular fact, that National Cyber Security Policy, we are having a policy in place. Now, at the same time, the National Technical Research Organization, National Technical Research Organization, Research Organization is the main agency that is responsible to protect the national critical infrastructure. Okay, that is responsible to protect the national critical infrastructure, and also to handle the incidences, cybersecurity incidences, that is a critical sector of our country. Okay, that is one of the point which you must remember. Now, Indian computer emergency response team is also responsible for analysis, forecast, and alerts on the cybersecurity issues or any breach. They are responsible to look after it. Now, India is already, I have told that India is at the rank number 23 of the UN Global Cybersecurity Index (GCI). That is a rank number 23. Rank 23. Okay, that's great. So, with that, we have completed the cybersecurity part. Now, let us talk about the Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative. Okay, because this cybersecurity agreement also has touched upon a couple of more points. Now, let us discuss on the Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative. Now, this Indo-Pacific Initiative, Indo-Pacific Ocean Initiative, IPOI. Okay, this Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative, this is an India-backed framework which is launched by Indian Prime Minister at East Asian Summit 2019. So this exactly focuses on the maritime security, maritime ecology, maritime resources, disaster risk reduction and management, and maritime transport. Now, where China has been, this Indo-Pacific region, already you must be aware that China is expanding its military aggressions and triggering the global culture. Okay, so considering the fact that China's present and China is trying to capture certain regions, there are many of the islands are also available where China is putting the military bases. So this is also one of the important area factor where we are working together. Okay, so that is a brief of Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative. As I have not discussed that much in depth because that is not the topic to discuss. So rather, we are touching up the point just because we are discussing on the India-Japan cybersecurity cooperation. Yeah. So now, considering the overall factor that we have discussed, I hope all of you are clear about the analysis part. Now, given you a couple of practice questions which you must attempt, and please you can also send me to email. The my email ID is contact at the rate ray dot academy. Okay, this is the email. So what are the questions? Discuss various threats and challenges to cybersecurity in India. What initiatives are being taken by the government to enhance cybersecurity in India? Okay, so please write down. This is a main question. Now, question number two: strategic alliance are emerging to shape in the Indo-Pacific region. Examine. Okay. Third question is the Australia, India, Japan, and US quadrilateral in the Indo-Pacific is critical. Comment. So these are the possible or the probable questions which are linked to the India-Japan cybersecurity cooperation. I have just given you so that you can practice these questions. And if you wish that your answer to be evaluated, if you wish that your answer to be evaluated, please write down the answer. I am not recommending that what should be the word limit. Generally it is a 250 words, but at this point of time, if you are beginning to write down the answer, do not just keep yourself in the 250 words. First write it down, then slowly you will develop a habit how to reduce and keep it within the 250 words. So if you want the answer to be evaluated, please write it down and email your answer to my email id, that is a contact at the rate array.academy. So with that, I'll also tell you one of the important point that we have covered a couple of points like India-Japan cybersecurity cooperation. We have discussed about what is that particular agreement. Then we have discussed about what is the significance. Then we have discussed about let's say why Japan. Then we have discussed about why it is important for India. Then we have discussed about some facts related to the cybersecurity or the current scenario of the cybersecurity in India. Then we discuss about the Indo-Pacific initiative. Now, finally, I'm just giving a couple of questions for you people. So that is the overall analysis from the from the civil services examination point of view, and how you can analyze one topic, and you can write a good answer on the in your main examination. So that is what I wanted to discuss with you in this particular live session. That not only you must focus on collecting some facts and put it down on the answer paper, rather you must focus that what exactly is the requirement from the civil services examination point of view, because it has a very specific pattern and very specific demand that you have to fulfill. Now, at the same time, as we have already discussed in this particular live session, but those aspirants, especially for I think for all of you, the aspirants, if you are looking for, let's say, if you are looking for to get the entire content, in the PDF file, so please visit the resources page in our website www.arrayacademy.com, and you can download this particular India Japan cybersecurity in PDF. Okay, so I have already created a PDF, a summary of this particular topic, so that is a free to download. And do let me know if you want any specific guidance or any specific topic that you want me to cover. At the same time, as I told that if please at least try attempting this particular question, because many times what happens, we are afraid of starting to write. So the more you write, the better you are going to get. The more you practice, the better you are going to get in your final examinations. And answer writing is one of the most crucial part of your examination part, because uh, it is not only the how much knowledge do you have, rather how well or how structurally well you are putting the entire knowledge on the paper. Okay, so that is the deciding factor on whether you are going to score a good mark or you are going to secure a rank in the examination. That's great. I think that's all for today. I'll see you in the next live session for some of the other topics. Keep checking this particular Facebook page so that you get some alert. And any specific doubt, any specific question if you have, feel free to contact me directly. Thank you so much for this live session. Thank you so much for joining me live.